So Matt, we've been reading about this judge in Wisconsin who's been arrested by the bootstrap thugs lately. Tell me about what's happening.
Well, she's being charged. She's being charged with obstruction, and she's also being charged with concealment. And those will be, one will be a felony case and one will be a misdemeanor issue.
Well, for the folks who don't know what we're talking about just yet, so to be clear, the federal jackboots have gone in and arrested a state court judge because they didn't do what she wanted them to do, right?
Yeah, there was an issue. So they went to go ahead and make an arrest of this individual. I guess he was at a hearing or something related to the matter, and she confronted them. Now, there was an issue as to whether or not they had a judicial or administrative warrant, or at least that was the issue that she confronted them with. In the meantime, he escapes throughout the back door somehow, and I believe the FBI catches him and detains him. They then subsequently bring charges against her, those two charges I mentioned, and then it's going to go forward from there. Now, Peter Doocy, a Fox guy, I think it was just the other day, actually asked the White House press secretary, Karoline Leavitt, the following question. Let's go ahead and pull it up. He asked, quote, "Is there anybody else higher up in the federal food chain, like a federal judge or even a Supreme Court justice," end quote, "that they would go ahead and potentially pursue and make an arrest against?" Karoline Leavitt punted on the answer, Caleb. I mean, it was a yes or no question, and she was like, "I don't know. Don't get in our business, and we won't have a problem." I mean, you've been a district attorney. You know what this is. This can be about. What's going on here?
Well, you don't even have to be a lawyer to understand. They teach high school civics, right? And so high school civics, as we've all learned, is there's the executive branch, the judicial branch, and the legislative branch. And they're co-equal branches, and they keep each other in balance. It's terrifying to me as a lawyer and a citizen to hear the executive branch talking about arresting judges for doing their jobs. We're becoming a banana republic.
We have this executive branch, and they have the enforcement power. They oversee military operations, they oversee the FBI, but to use it against another branch of the government, you are entering new waters, dangerous waters. I mean, what'd you call me the other day, Mr. Mango Man? What was your name?
Mango Mussolini, and I think that's a great description of what we're seeing here. Because just because you don't agree with a judge, certainly I didn't agree with judges. Many times I've been in court over the decades, and they did something I didn't like. I didn't have them arrested when I was prosecutor. That's their job. That's the protection for the citizens. That's the system of democracy. And this is challenging that system.
Well, and again, this is time and again, we're seeing these interactions between our systems in a non-healthy way. I mean, and he's behind it. You got to get some sense, or at least he's tickled pink that something like this is going on.
Tickled orange, I think.
That's a fair color, right? So, I mean, it's just ridiculous. As time and again, we see that he pushes and he punches hard. This is going on concurrently with this international tariff war that is a war with us against the entire world. And it's just his conduct. It's dangerous, and it's rhetorically, I mean, I don't even know what purpose it serves other than to rattle cages.
Well, and unfortunately, until the other branches stand up and take their power back, until we have a functioning legislative branch and a functioning judiciary, we're going to see an executive branch that is out of control, that is pushing too far. Look, the branches are supposed to push and jockey with each other, but this is out of line. Never in my life have I heard of a judge being arrested for making a ruling that one of the parties didn't agree with.
Well, when do you hear a U.S. press secretary say that we're not going to rule out arresting a Supreme Court justice if they do not comply with the executive branch? I mean, that's direct conflict. That's not healthy, man. That you can't do that, right?
Well, a high school civics student should know better than this, much less a press secretary.
It's unbelievable. I mean, and we'll find out where it goes. I don't think it's going away soon. I mean, I think we're just getting started. It's been 100 days.
Well, and I want you to watch this space as we move forward. I think we're going to see other judges. And if you're a judge, you're supposed to be impartial. You're supposed to hear the facts and make the best decision you can. How can this not factor into a judge's decision when, there's 5 ATF agents in here? Are they going to arrest me because I said that this immigrant deserves due process under the Constitution?
It's a shoulder nudge, right? And it's like, hey, watch out, man.
This is not the mafia. This is the U.S. government.
I know. It's terrifying. Well, hey, man, I appreciate it.
Well, appreciate you having on, and we look forward to hearing updates.
Absolutely.